Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of Wargame Review Institutions. This is Modern War Magazine number 11 from May through June 2014. And the game in sight is a Greek Civil War from 1943 to 1949. I don't know too much about this war other than the fact that it was the Greek government versus some kind of communist insurrection. But let's take a look at the game now. Alright, let's see how many pages of rules there are. So there's 11 pages of rules. The Greek Civil War, 1947 through 1949, is a game for two players simulating the 1947 to 49 conflict between the government of Greece and the DSC, the Greek Democratic Army, which is the fighting organization controlled by the Greek Communist Party. During the game, the DSC player tries to erode the power of the Greek authorities and replace their governing structures with his own, while the government player tries to contain this threat to civil society with civilian police and the servicemen and reservists of the Greek National Army. Central to the play of the game is the political index. Both players maintain their own PI rating during the game. A player's PI is a quantification of the level of support or commitment of the Greek man in the tavern is willing to give him, as opposed to other political movements or methods, as an agent of social change or guarantor of safety. For the government player, his PI is also a measure of the stability of the political regime. PIs are measured in political points and recorded on the record track. PI change constantly during the course of the game depending on events and who controls various territory. The highest level is 99, the lowest is 0. If either player's PI reaches 0 at any point in the game, he is deemed to have reached the point of political collapse for his side and the game ends. Alright, here's the different ratings on a unit. You got a conflict rating, a level, and a movement. It also tells if it's a unit size such as division or if it's a conventional unit. Alright, sequence of play is initiative determination phase, followed by a mobilization phase, and then a movement phase, conflict phase, and a turn control check step, and end of turn attrition step, next turn step, and victory check step. And it looks like there's a possibility of a sudden death victory in this, and there's also a way you can do a shorter game. Now let's talk about the political index and the initiative phase in more detail, and the movement phase. And here's declaring attacks and conducting attacks and so forth and resolving. And some rules on unconventional units. Here's your open conflict resolution table, and there's a second combat resolution table for infrastructure combat. Now let's go into infrastructure in more detail, in the control phase in more detail. And here's talking about the attrition phase, and here's some special rules, such as Greek politics, airstrike, collateral damage, and hiding among the populace. Another one is tight defense, area defense, and aggressive. Looks like these little skulls here are terror markers. And here's population resettlement rules. Let's take a look at the map and the counters now. Counters are what I would expect from a magazine game, just standard NATO military symbols. I mean, they look fine for magazine counters. Most of them are double-sided. Here's the map here. Looks like it's an area map. It's got a terrain key down here. Up at the top here, it's got a sequence of play, political index, game turn record track. Here's your two conflict resolution tables. And here's your CRT result codes. There's quite a few of them, actually. Politics table, and government mobilization, and DSC mobilization phase. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've tried this, definitely chime in and let us know how it is. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get a chance to try this or not. Have a good evening.